Okay, so patch notes. Let's talk about what is going into Content Update 9, which is the content update that arrived at the same time as State of Decay to Heartland. Let me open up the patch notes right here. So the first set of patch notes are all about our inventory. So there's a whole bunch of these. I can just run through them real quick while I try to get Quincy up off this hill. Oh man, I forgot Patrick. Patrick's not an inverter, so he's messed up my camera. I got to get out of here. Okay, anyway. Okay, so we've expanded. You guys remember that we added the ability to transfer items from your own inventory via the trunk of a car into your supply locker? That was a new thing that you couldn't do before. Well, while we were in there, Matthew Bozarth, the programmer who made that possible, he noticed that there are actually lots and lots of contexts where certain inventory actions weren't working. So he actually built this entire spreadsheet and figured out what we were missing. And so he's added in a bunch of stuff. And so one of them, let me just pop into this car real quick. I think probably the best example of this is, and I haven't actually tested this since downloading Heartland, so hopefully it works the way I expect it to, is that you can now drop things while you're driving a car. So you don't have to get out of your car if you want to drop stuff. You can just like literally, you can throw things out the window. It's like the 1950s again. You can just litter. You just be driving down the road like this and just open up your inventory and just drop stuff on the ground. Isn't that weird? That's cool. So, okay, so while you're in a vehicle, you can drop, you can drop items. You can also break open rucksacks. So if you have a rucksack on your back, you can break it open into your inventory. While you're looting a container, you can now unequip your weapon or a weapon mod. You couldn't do that for some reason, but now you can. When your supply locker is open, you can now repair or salvage items that are in your personal inventory. Let's actually look at that. I believe... Oh, wait. I'm going to show my silliness. I've actually forgotten where the supply locker is. Oh, wait. It's over here. It's over here. I know where it is. It's right over here. This is where the supply locker is. So you can open up your supply locker, and say you've got a damaged weapon right here. You can see I've got the repair button. I can repair it. Look at that, right from my inventory. I don't have to put it in the supply locker, repair it, and then get it back out again. I can just do it right here. I don't have to go to my workshop either. I can just do it right here. While the trade interface is open, which I'm not going to be able to find right now, you can unequip items, which you just randomly couldn't do before, and now you can. And while the vehicle inventory is open, you can now unload weapons and break open rucksacks. On top of that, the take one action in the inventory, actually, maybe I can show you this here. The take one action, which is when you've got a bunch of stuff in there, you can see at the bottom. Let me get rid of this title here. You can see that Y button, take one. It used to be that only worked if you had a stack. And if you were over a stack of one thing, you couldn't do it. Like you see right here, there's no take one option for this gas can because it doesn't stack. But it used to be that if you had something that could stack, the last one couldn't be picked up with the Y button. So you'd be like hammering through, hitting Y, Y, and then Y wouldn't work on this last one. But now it does. And what else? You can now, also now, this is just a tiny little thing. You now hear an error sound when you try to use something that you can't use in your inventory. And I don't have anything that I want to do that with. Oh, wait, here's some. Okay, my health is low. Okay, so let's use this. So I've used it. My healing has happened. And so now if I try to use it again, just a little tiny click. Pretty subtle, but it just helps you know that something happened. You know, that the game is registering. You can't actually do that right now. So another thing we've got is blood plague. We've made some big improvements to the process of healing people of blood plague. So, okay, it looks like Helena and Quincy both are sick, which is perfect because I've got some cure in my inventory. And if I can find Helena, where is she still working over here?
It feels wrong.
No, Malik is. I don't think Malik is sick. Malik is not sick. Okay, let's go find Helena. Or maybe I'll just switch to Helena. Where are you, Helena? Oh, I see her on the minimap. Way over here someplace. Ugh. Jurassic Junction is so huge, you get tired running across it. Okay, so, Helena. Hey there.
What's up, Quincy?
So look at this. View treatment options. So now instead of having to just administer Blood Plague to her right here, you get all your normal options with her, except you've got one option at the end, which is view treatment options. And it tells you exactly what state she's in. So this says she's sick, she's at 14%. I mean, she doesn't have full-blown Blood Plague, but she does need something. So you hit view treatment options, and now give cure for survivor to use. So
Once we get this place
I'm
fixed up,
basically I'm
it'll
giving
be a
her
place
my
of-
copy, my syringe of the cure, and she's using it on herself. If she had a copy, a syringe of cure, and I didn't, then it would say, have her use her own cure on herself. So you would know exactly what's going to be going on with your inventory. And if she had full-blown Blood Plague, you'd have the opportunity to exile her or euthanize her. But because she's only just fighting infection right now, that's not necessary. And so there's a lot of little options there, which is, that it's more user friendly now. The game is communicating with you more about what you can do and what's necessary. And so I think the curing experience is going to be better now. And that's good because Heartland is full of Blood Plague. This entire map is infected with the Blood Plague. And so the reason we did this is we found that when people were playing Heartland, they were having to cure each other and themselves way more often than they ever were in the original game. And so because of that, we needed to make sure that experience was more user-friendly because you're just doing it all the time. And if anything is annoying about that process, you're gonna notice it a lot more than you were in the original game. So there's another handful of things. So we fixed some rare crashes and arcane mission blockers and typos and things like that. The usual stuff we're always trying to fix. There's this one, I think it's a facility mod. It's called Stabilizing Foam. If you get the Stabilizing Foam mod, it now does not cost any meds to use. So as long as you've installed that mod, you can walk any character up to your infirmary or whatever and heal them of their their damage, of whatever's happened to that red bar down there. And it doesn't cost meds anymore, but you do still have to do it in person. You can't just do it from far away. We had a bug where hostile icons, the little red triangles, not triangles, little red diamonds that appear over hostile characters' heads. We were having an issue where those were coming unglued from their heads, and so we fixed that, so now they actually stay stably on top of those characters' heads. Water disturbance effects no longer continue after zombies are killed. So it used to be if you fought a zombie in a lake, the zombie would actually leave behind, the ripple that the zombie makes in the lake would stay behind after the zombie died. And that's just kind of creepy, actually. It looks like Swamp Thing is about to come out of there. But, so that's fixed now. And, bloater gas in a car is no longer lethal to zombies outside the car. That was a weird thing where the bloater gas that was streaming out of the car was actually killing zombies on the side of the road, and that doesn't make any sense. Zombies are immune to bloater gas. So that bug has been fixed. And then finally, probably my favorite patch note that I have ever had the opportunity to write is this one. Fishing no longer makes you sad. So for some reason, somebody pointed this out to me, and I went through the trait list, and for some reason, somebody went through all the traits and found all of the ones that involved fishing and gave a morale penalty to whatever character had the fishing skill. And it had this weird implication, like, what, fishermen are just sad people who like to fish, or just sad people? It felt like we were judging people that way. It was really, really weird. So that was not part of the original plan. So I'm not sure exactly when that snuck in, but when I saw it, I was like, that doesn't seem right. So now fishing no longer makes you sad. And that is the last patch note. It's a short list of patch notes this time because Heartland is enormous. And that's the main patch note, is that Heartland is now available to download. So again, if you've got Game Pass or if you're willing to part with $10, the Heartland DLC is now available on the Microsoft Store. So please go and get it. Or, if you don't want to, that's fine. I understand. Everybody's got the decisions like that they've got to make. But I'm excited about it. I'm going to be going home and playing it on my account, and I hope you all will join me. Anyway, thank you for sticking around for this last little patch notes addendum, and now we are really signing off. Oh wait, before we do that, no, we're not really signing off because, so the last video, we had a bunch of winners to a contest, and I should say their names out loud because that's part of winning a contest. So the giveaway that we did for free copies of Heartland, for free codes for Heartland, those winners were Big G Show KF, Marcus, Bella Moon 151510, Kevin Larry, Killamike Z with a bunch of numbers, and I am X Mikey. So those 6 people won. Sorry that I fell behind on that one. And so now I've actually got the beginning of the contest in one video and the end of a contest in the other video, which is weird, but it's like, you know, I don't know, collect all the videos and whatever. Anyway, so Heartland is out, and I'm excited. I'm just jabbering all over myself because we've been waiting so long to be able to talk about this. So I'm so glad that you guys came and joined me here, and I'm so glad that this is finally out and we can talk about it. And now we're gonna move on to doing other stuff. We've got so many improvements and expansions to the core game that we wanna make, and now that Heartland is here and you guys can play that, there's still so much more we're gonna do with this franchise. So please keep coming back. This is not the last set of patch notes we're ever gonna issue. We're planning so many good things for this game. So thank you so much for joining us. We will definitely see you later, and goodbye. Yep, this is an end screen.